Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Kuhb Games YouTube channel. My name is Evan, and we play Goats here. We're back with the third installment of Meme Deck Monday, and we're going to be playing one of my favorite archetypes of all time in Yu-Gi-Oh! That, of course, is Gravekeepers. Shout out to Hakel. If I butchered that, I'm very sorry. Got this list from you in the Goat format Discord. Dingo Sig also gave some updates, or some suggestions to update the list, and I threw some of those in there as well. So we have 3 Gravekeeper Spy, 2 Assailant, 2 Spear Soldier, no Guard. That's the end of the Gravekeepers package. Essentially, we're just wanting to go like super aggro with this version of the deck. The whole point to this build basically is to give Chaos Turbo hell. So we're going to be aggressive, and that's why we have 3 Berserk Gorillas in here, a whole 3 Kaiku. And we just have 2 Mystic Tomatoes here to help search out Assailant, Spear Soldier if you need them, Spy. I'm probably not going to search out the Spy, but you do have 2 Book of Moons in the deck. It's not unreasonable. And then we just have 1 Tribe Infecting Virus. No Breaker in the deck, which is likely a mistake. Yeah, I don't think I like that. Just gonna cut the Smashing Ground, I think. Making changes on the fly. Just found something that I didn't like, so that's what we're gonna do. So we do have 1 Breaker in the deck now. Congratulations. So this monster lineup is very beat down. I've played a few games with it. I like it a lot. Of course, we have the Trinity, Snatch Steel, Heavy Storm, MST, 1 copy of Terraforming for our 3 copies of Necro Valley. The way the deck is built, we don't have to have Necro Valley, but obviously it is a very good thing. This card actually in Goat format does stop Sinister Serpent, though the wording on Dueling Book isn't going to tell you that. But it does lets Spies attack in for 17. It actually makes them survive attacks from Monarchs and Chaos Sorcerer and the like. And of course, Spear Soldier and Assailant are going to be attacking in for 2,000, and with their effects, they're going to be dealing a lot of damage. So, Necro Valley, very good. I'm playing 1 copy of Royal Tribute. I know this is not optimal, but if I'm playing Gravekeepers, I'm going to play Royal Tribute. And this is Meme Deck Monday. We're here for some fun. Hopefully, we can get some turn 1 Royal Tributes and just shatter some dreams. We got 2 Book of Moons, because of course they synergize well with the Spies, and Book of Moons just not a bad card. 2 Noblemen of Crossouts. And for the trap lineup, we just have a small trap lineup, which is a little interesting for a monster heavy deck, or not for a monster heavy deck, for an aggro deck. Just 2 Sakuretsu Armors, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Ring, all 3 Solemn Judgments, and just 1 Trap Death Shoot. For the side, I didn't do a whole lot of thinking, mostly just copied ideas here, but we've got 1 Mobius, 1 Zombara, 1 Reaper, all good for aggro and stuff. Mobius, of course, good for burn. King Tiger, because I can't ever get away from this card. Card's just so good in the matchups that it's good in. 1 Tsukuyomi, and 1 more Spear Soldier in case we play against... oops, accidentally got rid of it, didn't I? In case we play against the control decks. So it's kind of like a split of 2 King Tiger, 1 Spear Soldier for that. We have 2 Mystic Walks for burn, 3 Dust Tornadoes, in case we play against, of course, the Spell and Trap heavy decks. 2 more Trap Dust Shoot in the board, just in case, you know, good against Turbo, good against a lot of things. Just a good card. And then the Torrential Tribute that we're not playing in the main, I've got it in the side here. So that's the deck. Let's get into some matches. All right, we are here with round 1, playing against Flip Flop. We are, of course, on the Troll Mole account. You will also notice that there is no pig cam today, unless you consider the top left corner the pig cam. Recording this on a Friday. Friday is usually their cleaning day. Don't know why I picked Friday, but here we are. So, open up a pretty decent hand here. We do have the Necro Valley with a Spy. Like that we have Noblemen. Okay, well, Necro Valley plus Spy kind of takes care of this Zombara here. Oh, so does Gravekeeper's Assailant. But I think we'll just go the conservative route here. Well, What does Zombra tell us? It could be warriors. Would they set a battle trap with the Zombra? Yeah, they could. So yeah, I'm just gonna set the spy. I think this is the safer play. It's also the higher upside play. If my opponent has a knock here, that's fine. We do lose all of our spies, but this Zombra can't pressure us anyway, so kind of fine with that. All right, Kaiku being discarded, double Kaiku being discarded, so I think this is warriors now. We're out here to have fun, opponent, not to play Trinity. All right, Sasuke. Sasuke's annoying, but, you know. The spy is going to survive the Zombra attack. And we can... yeah, let's just get another spy, I think. Because we can clear these off with Tribe Infecting Virus. So we may as well have this giant 2500 butt spy to just soak up the warrior deck here. Draw another Necro Valley, not ideal. Obviously, Necro Valley doesn't do a whole lot against warriors. So, well, I say it's not ideal, but it is a card that we can pitch to Tribe. So, do like that, at the very least. Pitch the Necro Valley. I think I'm just going to attack with the Tribe. I want the spy on defense. Widespread Ruin. Attack position monster, okay. Just set this Nobleman. I don't... If my opponent has a heavy, that, you know, I have a heavy, we still have the spy. But I kind of want to draw out an MST or something if my opponent wants to play one of those. And Nobleman, they do have the heavy, okay. It's fine, and they have Smashing Ground, okay. And a third Kaiku, alright. So we're probably playing 3 Kaiku 2 Blade Knight, or maybe just the 1 Blade Knight or something like that. Okay. I'm just going to summon my Kaiku. See if that's good. And just going to pass. No reason to run that into a battle trap here, because we have no other out to our opponent's Kaiku. Alright, Blade Knight. I'm just going to Solemn Judgment, so we don't have any answer to that. And the Brain Control is going to kill me. Okay. Interesting build from the opponent here. But I feel like we should be good in the Warrior matchup. So we want Tsukuyomi, we want Spear Reaper, Zombra, Mobius, these Dust Tornadoes. I don't know if we can get all of this stuff in, but we shall try. We can take out the Dust Shoot, we can take out the Nox, Royal Tribute can get out of here. Terraforming can probably get out too. We don't need the access to Necro Valley. It is good, obviously, with the Assailants and the Spear Soldiers, but we may actually just cut a Spear Soldier here. And then we can probably just cut... Oh, we don't even have to cut all those. Maybe... Let's swap and see what we've got here. So we have one more monster than normal. That's probably fine, right? Because I do like all of these other cards. The Kaiku is not ideal, but the Spear Soldier is also not ideal. So... But Spear Soldier can become, you know, 2,000 attack, so... yeah, we'll call it at that. Hope this works out. Opponent did have Trinity Heavy on us, so... Yeah, no. Sure. I don't hate this hand. Just gonna throw off this Graceful here. So we don't have a whole lot of cards or reason to hold it. I do like Mobius. Maybe I actually don't like this Torrential Tribute. Yeah, we've got a monster heavy hand. Just discard the Assailant here. Without Necro Valley, that card's kind of not great. Tomato can go get Spy. Opponent probably left Nox in the deck. Yeah, we also have this Mobius. Let's just summon the Tomato and set the Dust Tornado. I think that's pretty fine here. Get my slurp of coffee. Some like good old coffee in the morning. Opponent having a big think here. Here comes Kuhb, which I don't really care about too much. I don't think I want to get a spy here, really. I kind of want to leave the other tomato in the deck. Maybe I just get the Spear Soldier. Yeah, I'll just get the Spear Soldier with the idea of sacking it for Mobius. Well, our opponent's doing that way too late, but it actually kind of works. It kind of does what we want it to, so this is fine. So now we don't even have to summon the Mobius. We can just summon a Berserk Gorilla, attack over this Kuhb, hit our opponent for 15. If they don't have an answer to this Gorilla, then we have Spirit Reaper to start beating in. If the opponent wants to set some back row, of course we do have this Mobius here. Tribe is a nice pickup. Unfortunately, not a lot of interaction, but our monsters here are quite good. And I don't see our opponent having an out to both of these, so it seems like Mobius is going to be online unless they do have like Mataza plus Mage Power or something. That'd be kind of a nightmare here. Okay, DD Assailant. Are we going to 1-for-1 with the Gorilla, or are we taking out this Spear Soldier? I think you probably just take out the Soldier, right? Yeah. That makes a lot of sense to me. Now we can utilize the Tribe or the Reaper and kind of see what our opponent does. If they set a couple of back row, of course we want to go the Mobius route. But Tsukuyomi doesn't do a lot here. Can I run into Mirror Force, I guess, is the question. I don't think I need to, right? But I guess I could just keep pressing the advantage. What could be in my opponent's hand? They could have a lot of monsters. They could have, like, Noblemen, so I kind of don't want to set the Spirit Reaper. They could have Spell and Trap removal. Let's just summon the Tribe. I think the only thing that really punishes me here is Mirror Force. I think we actually discard the Berserk Gorilla. Because Spirit Reaper, we're getting to a simplified game state. Spirit Reaper could have its applications. Tsukuyomi is essentially going to be a Berserk Gorilla. Oh, we're just going to Torrential. Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with trading 2 for 2 here, I think. Cliff. I don't care about Cliff. Mill? That is never correct, but we take those. Mystic Tomato is a good one here. The only thing is, does my opponent have a Battle Trap? We could just set this Reaper and see if the opponent has a knock, because I'm not terribly scared. If Cliff is the only thing that they have going on, that's not too bad. I could also just throw off the Tsukuyomi, get a plus, and see what's up after that, but I think I want to fish for a knock here. I'm just going to set the Reaper. Mystic Tomato getting a spy could be pretty big here. Alright. Yep, Heavy Storm. So it did look like my opponent had some Spell and Trap removal. Yeah, I guess Rhoda's going to go get Exiled Force, but this tells me they don't... Oh, just level 2. Yeah, I guess, like... I know how my deck works. So I don't think with the build that I have, level 2 is all that good, but of course my opponent looking at Gravekeepers probably isn't going to know exactly what build I'm on. That makes some sense. Alright, here I'm just going to summon the Tomato. And we are not going to attack. Just going to set the Sakuretsu and pass. Wouldn't surprise me if my opponent had a Dust Tornado or something here. I guess they don't. That's also fine with me. DD Warrior Lady. That's fine. Got a Sakuretsu armor for that. The goal here is to summon Mobius on the next turn. Okay, has to be face up. So they're just playing around Mirror Force. That makes sense. Saku the DD Warrior Lady. Opponent doesn't know it. Solemn Judgment would have actually just been very bad for me there. Book of Moon is nice, I suppose. But we'll see if they have a Judgment here. Oh, they don't. We get 2 battle traps out of them. Beautiful. Let's just go ahead and take out this cliff. Yeah, they already had Dark Light in the yard, so it's fine. If their last card is BLS, you know, we're gonna lose the game. That's just how that be. Exiled Force. Okay, that's not a problem. We getting in there? Yeah. I like it, opponent. Be aggressive. Oh, now we have Necro Valley to protect from BLS top deck. And stops Premature Burial and Call of the Haunted, which is kind of nice here. Heavy Storm's already gone, so set. I think we can just set the Tsukuyomi here. Might just be better to keep that in hand, but I think protecting... I don't really want to throw off the Book of Moon into an attack, so I think this is fine. Alright, Solemn Judgment's very good here while my opponent's not doing anything. Would love to draw another monster, however. Berserk Gorilla here would just be awesome. Snatch Steel is fine. I'm not upset about that at all. That's a monster with extra steps. I have no clue what my opponent is holding right now. 4 straight cards with no play seems a little... 5 straight cards with no play seems a little odd. Not even a set back row. It's just interesting. Out of the Warrior deck. Like, they could... I don't know. They could have a lot of Monarchs or... I don't know. That's the first card they've played. We're just going to MST it. That's the call? Okay, well. Alright, we'll set the Dust Tornado and pass as well. Alright, would love a monster deck, like any of them at this point. Spy attacks for 17. Assailant attacks for 2,000. I don't think we have a Spear Soldier left, but... They've got to play something at some point, right? Do I care if these get duoed? Kinda. I'll set the Snatch Steel. It's fine. We'll play around duo for one more turn. My opponent eventually has to set a card or summon a monster or something, and I'll be able to get myself out of the Spell and Trap lock. We actually have 6 Spell and Traps on the field, which is unusual. Just dust here. Good old Mirror Force is gone. Alright, draw a Necro Valley. I understand. I don't really want to lock myself now. Alright, if my opponent has a duo, they have a duo. It's definitely a card they could have in their hand at this point, but, you know, where are my monsters? I guess I have seen quite a few of them, right? So, yeah, the rest of my deck is not very monster heavy. Kaiku is fine. Nobleman of Crossout, so they do have that. We lose the Tsukuyomi, not a big deal. We have an answer to this Kaiku, but honestly, do we want to take it? We might just want to take it, right? Yeah, let's just take the damage. Alright, they do have the duo, that's fine. Ring's starting to get a little poor anyway. Alright, we draw a duo. I don't think I want to fire that off. I guess I could. I have a Solemn Judgment. But, I don't know. I don't think I want to. I'll move that guy to the middle. I don't really like having him out there. And pass the turn. Can't banish anything. obviously, with the Kaiku, so. Yep. Kaiku is fine. Smashing Ground is kind of annoying. I'm just gonna Book of Moon my Kaiku. So they trade Smashing Ground for a book. That's fine. Now they don't gain the 1,000 from the Snatch Steal, and I can just Sakuretsu Armor this. I think it's very clear that I have a Battle Trap here. Alright, Pot of Greed right on time. Alright, don't mind drawing Solemn Judgment at all. So we can get in for 18. We can do our opponent down to 1 card. They're going to drop to 2. And outside setting a monster, they should just be dead. Take this middle card here. Yep, thought there was a Monarch. Yep, Premature Burial makes sense as well. Alright, set this. You're up. Can we win this game, please? Any winners? Any winners? Tribe Infecting Virus. Well, no. You don't get to have that. Sorry, opponent. You don't get to have that either. Alright, cool. We got a game. Do I want to make any changes? Don't really think so. I guess. I don't know. Necro Valley is good against Call, Premature Burial, BLS. That's really it, right? I don't really care if their Kaiku is banishing my monsters. I think we just run it back here. I'm tempted to bring in the Royal Tribute, but like if we're siding out the Terraforming, I feel like we should just not play the Tribute. And like Tribute's better on the play anyway. So yeah, I think we just run this back. We should be fine. We didn't even see a Spy that game, other than the ones that were milled by the Cliff the Trap Remover. So that feels pretty good to win against Warriors without even seeing the Spy. Especially when it's like the cornerstone of your deck. Opponent having a think over here. They did see a lot more of our deck this time, so maybe they're thinking they should be off of the level 2 or the Nox or something like that. Who knows? It's very tempting to leave in Nox against Gravekeepers because Spy is so good, but I don't know. And you could be thinking, you know, Gravekeepers guard, stuff like that. I don't fault people for leaving in the Nox or the level 2. It's just knowing my list. If I had the information on what my list is, I wouldn't leave them in, but we are playing meme deck, so, you know. Alrighty. I'll just summon Gorilla and attack and see what's up. I don't think I need to do that. I can just play the Graceful, see what we can get here. Okay, alright. So we can ditch one of these Gorillas, right? Probably ditch the Necro Valley. I don't hate that idea. Now we can set the Spirit Reaper if we want to. No, I don't really want to set the Reaper into Sasuke. That doesn't sound like a good idea. Let's just summon Gorilla. Let's start attacking. Alright, yep, they do have a Battle Trap. Alright, let's set the 2. If our opponent has heavy, it's going to be bad news for us, but... Okay, this is fine. Are we taking all of it? Yeah, we're probably taking all of it here. We don't care about these Berserk Gorillas in the graveyard. We've got another where those come from. Alright, no back rows, interesting. Like to see that. So now I can just summon out Berserk Gorilla. And I think I'm actually going to take out... Yeah, I'm going to take out the Sasuke, because that's a more problematic card for me. It's not really a problem right now, but it could potentially be. I do have the Spirit Reaper in hand. So we'll see what the opponent does here. I would like to get a match against Chaos Turbo for this video, just to show what Necro Valley Triple Kaiku can do to it. I have only played one match against it whenever I was just kind of playing a couple of practice rounds with the deck. I did lose, which is funny, but like my opponent was a very good player, usually one of the top ladder people. Brain control. Oh. Yeah. I don't really like that. I could just book the gorilla here. I guess I can take 2,000 and just book the Kaiku. We'll see. Cliff the trap remover. That's a problem. So I can't really afford to take 3,800, right? I guess I could. And I get to kill my opponent's board on the next turn. Oh, they're not even going to attack with the gorilla. Okay. Alright, well, I'm fine with that. I'll just book the cliff here so that I get to keep my Dust Tornado at least. Lose the gorilla, that's fine. I'm at 2,600, so I'm not in immediate ring death range here. We could summon the tomato and just let it get run over by the Kaiku. I don't know how good that is. Could just summon the Zombara. Yeah, I think that's this is a little bit more conservative here. Just attack the Kaiku. Now we have a 1,900 beater on the board. Set this other dust. Mostly for impression of, oh, opponent has an attack here, I suppose. Exile Force. Okay, that's fine. Alright, now we are at risk of dying to ring. Do we have any back row this time, opponent? No. Okay. Drew Assailant. That's not ideal. They do already have Dark Light. Yeah, I'm just gonna summon the Mystic Tomato. Get rid of this cliff. Hope we don't get BLS'd. Necro Valley would be a good draw now. It would turn off, of course, Premature Burial, Call of the Haunted, and also the BLS top deck, or just BLS in hand. My opponent hasn't been playing like any spell and traps, so not really sure what they've got going on. Didymus Warrior Lady. Okay. That's good. I assume this is going to vanish, right? Okay. Alright, let's light that up with a Dust Tornado. I really want to play out this Reaper, but I think it's just like certain death if I do. So, let's set the Spy. If my opponent has a knock, you know, it's not going to be good for us, but we are behind. Okay, Duo is good. If they don't have knock here, I think we're fine. Or level 2. They do have knock. Okay, we're probably dead. We are dead. Alright. Unfortunate, but we're going to lose the first round to Warriors. Was a good match. But yeah, we will be back for round 2. Alright, we have found another match here with round 2. Hoping it's against Turbo. I actually have a die that I roll now. Even though it always chooses paper for me. Alright, we got scissors this time. Oh, we're gonna go again. No, come back, die. Rock. Alright, this dice sucks. I have lost way more than I've won with this, so. Just started using it, may have to retire it already. We'll see. We have a set monster and a back row. Okay. We're just gonna set the spy and set 4. Sounds good to me. We're just gonna go left to right. Not that that really matters. Alright, show me what you got. We hit our 1 dust shoot. We're playing against burn. Uh-oh. We don't really care about these pandas, right? So I guess we just get rid of the breaker. Yeah, I don't hate that. Alright, so we have Panda Panda Ceasefire Just Desserts. Definitely just gonna MST one of these they just set. I hit the Just Desserts, that's fine. Book of Moon is interesting. So I can't really attack into Panda. I also don't want to lose out on the value here. Like, that could be a jar of some sort. I only have 1 Sakuretsu for the panda, so I think I'm just gonna pass. I don't think there's any reason really to attack here. Okay, set, pass. Oh, Necro Valley. Alright. Well, now we can attack over the pandas, so I think we're gonna get a little aggressive here. Yeah, that should be a panda. Yep. This should also be a panda. And what is this? Big Shield Gardener. Okay. Alright. That's fine. I don't really mind that at all. Assailant can just make sure it stays in attack. Another beater. We take those. I've got a nice judgment here. We know one of the opponent's back row is a ceasefire, so that's perfectly fine. Nightmare Wheel. Okay, well that's still getting declared here. Sure, into main, whatever. Attack with Gorilla. Yes. Switch that to attack. Thank you. Attack with Spy. Nightmare Wheel. Okay. Attack with this Spy? Alright. Do I want to take 1,000? I don't really think so. It's main phase 2. Book. Set that. Good. the Nightmare Wheel goes away. Right? Does the Nightmare Wheel stay? Oh, yep, it does. Okay, well, that was that was bad on my part. I did not... Oh, okay. Sure. Take a lot of damage here, but we do have a Solemn Judgment. Breaker is fine. Gonna break the Necro Valley, that makes sense. I'm certainly just gonna Sakuretsu this. Because we have a 2-turn clock with the Gorilla and the Spy. And I have a Solemn Judgment for whatever play they want to make. Why did you draw a card? Oh, they're just gonna concede? Neat. Okay, so got game 1 against Burn, that's pretty nice. We bring in the Mobius, these. Do I like Spear Soldier? I don't know about that one. We're bringing Walk. Dust Tornadoes for sure. We're going to cut the Trap Dust Shoot. Book of Moon's not great. Royal Tribute's very bad. We can cut the Terraforming because we don't really need the Necro Valleys. I think we're allowed to cut Kaikus here. Do we keep everything else? We could just cut the Snatch Steel. I don't really like that. We've got a lot of Sakuretsu armors in the deck here, though, which I also don't really like. Maybe I want Spear Soldier just as an attacker. I don't know about that. Is Torrential better than Sakuretsu armor? Maybe not. Maybe I just leave in the Sakus for... Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure if this is correct, but we're just gonna leave in the Sakus here. Okay. Like Pot Duo. Obviously. Nobleman also good here. Dust Tornado. This hand's great. Would trade the Spear Soldier for a Berserk Gorilla or something, but can't really complain. Opponent has a Pot of Greed of their own. Alright, we have a set monster. We have all of the back row. Yep. Oh, King Tiger. Please, 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 please. Alright. Let us Pot of Greed. Heavy? No, no heavy. Duo. Alright, got rid of a level limit. And Exile Force. Alright. Summon the Tiger. No Ojamas for you now. Now the question is that... Big Shield. No, the opponent's just gonna quit. Alright, so we got a match against Burn. We're gonna get one more since this one it wasn't a full match, but yeah, well, we'll get a third. Alright, we have round 3 here. Let's see what the magical die tells us to do. It is Scissors this time. Oh! I guess we're not gonna retire it after all. We have 1, so we will be going first. Alright, love seeing that Pot of Greed on the end there. I was thinking this hand was a little mid. It still kind of is a little mid. Maybe you need to work on... Probably need to work on the monster count for this deck, to be honest. I'm going to set the Spy and actually pass. I don't think there's a reason to throw out the Solemn Judgment just yet when we have Heavy Storm. Mostly want to use the Judgment here sort of to lock up a late game or something. Strike Ninja. Okay. And Monster Gate. You got it. Okay, so maybe I should have set the Solemn Judgment, but didn't know it was going to be RGT. It looks like the dark version of RGT. The Strike Ninja. Haven't seen this in a while. Ooh, Deck Devi. Dark Magician. Okay. Alright. I'm in for this. Unfortunately, we have no answer to this Dark Magician. Let us go get a Gravekeeper Spy. Just put it in defense. Don't really think I guess we could have gotten a Spear Soldier. But we need a Necro Valley here. Sure. Why not? That's fine. Do I want to play around this being like MST? We're not ever getting value out of this heavy, so let's just heavy now in case it's a Royal Decree or something. Okay, I was not expecting to see Dedication through Light and Darkness. This is wild. We get Dimension Fusion back. Okay, well, let's just set Mirror Force, set Judgment, and let's just set this Assailant, I guess. No reason not to, I believe. Refreshing myself on Strike Ninja. Yeah, summon a monster, that's good. Do we have 3 spells? I guess we could throw off a Dimension Fusion for no value here. I guess, like, these Kaikus are very bad now. Oh. Do I just Judgment that? We know there's Dimension Fusion. Well, then they have Dimension Fusion just to get this back. Okay, let's just name 6 then. Oops. I always type that in the wrong chat. Can't really beat a Jinzo here, but we can, of course, beat like a Dark Magician or something. It was a Jinzo. We have named correctly. So now we're at the point where Premature Burial, we kind of have to Solemn it. But then they just get this Dark Magician of Chaos right back. But there's not much we can really do about that, I don't think. Alright, looks like they don't have it. So we're just going to Mirror Force here. Looking good now, I would say, because we can just Solemn this Dimension Fusion if they play it out. Soul Release. Okay. Alright, so our opponent's on 0 cards. They're going to go to 6,000. We're going to attack in for 27. 4,700. We're going to put them at 1,300. That's interesting. I like the Soul Release with Dimension Fusion. I've seen Soul Release in these decks before, but that's kind of interesting. Alright, no. If we draw a Necro Valley here, we don't quite have lethal. No reason to play out the Kaiku here. Let's just go for damage. Alright, get in there. Alright. As long as the opponent doesn't draw something that just completely destroys us here, which is possible. Dimension Fusion off the top is quite good. Reasoning. What else could be in their deck? I'm going to name 7 now, I think. Because the Demok's gone. Oh my god, I did it in the wrong spot again. Demok's gone, Jinzo's gone. Yeah, they can have that. I don't really care about Skilled Dark. You're just dead on board, opponent. Attack the Skilled Dark, attack you directly, and that's going to be game. Alright, so I think I like the Spirit Reaper, I like the King Tigers, we like the Spear Soldier here, because they're likely going to be a Scapegoat deck. And then, do I like Zombara? It does beat over... Yeah, we might bring in the Zombara. Let's see what we have to cut first. Nobleman looks bad. Royal Tribute. I don't know about that one either. I guess we're just going to cut that again. Terraforming actually seems pretty decent because Necro Valley seems good. We can probably cut down on Kaikus though. And let's see. The Book of Moons aren't great either. Maybe we just don't bring in the Zombara. Okay. Zombara is probably just better than Kaiku, though. Because it looks like they're very on the Dimension Fusion thing. So we can just cut that out completely. Seems good to me. Alright, well, we have a dead Terraforming in hand, or a dead Necro Valley, I suppose. We're probably going to throw off the Terraforming just to thin the deck. Reasoning. Strike Ninja, we have... we can beat this Strike Ninja, we can beat the Skilled Dark, I suppose. Let's just name 7. I feel like... the wrong spot again. Alright, we named correctly, we hit the Dark Magician, so that's 2 reasonings we've gotten right. That's nice. Another reasoning. I'm gonna go... I caught myself this time. I'm gonna go 4 on this one. Let's see what we get here. If they hit the DMOC, you know, it's... Yeah, that's bad news. If we had gone first... no, Necrophaly doesn't stop that. Man. Okay, they get back Defusion. We're in a bad spot here. Like, we can play out the tomato. Well, the tomato doesn't stop this because it just banishes it. Yeah, so we can't even get the Reaper. King Tiger's not doing us any good here. I'm just going to set the Dust Shoot, I think, and pass. Maybe I was supposed to name 8. Just got a little greedy and thought, you know, 4 is a higher chance of actually hitting, but we kind of can't beat the DMOC, so maybe I was probably just supposed to name 8 anyway. Should have thought about it just a little bit more. It's alright. Reasoning again. Okay, now I think it's... Oh my god. Now I think it's fine to name 4. Oh, they have Dark Magic attack too. This is awesome. Alright, we hit the Skilled Dark. Though, game's still looking pretty bleak here. Yeah, Berserk Gorilla not doing us any favors. Set the King Tiger. I guess I'm actually going to Terraforming here. May as well thin the deck out. I probably should have done that before. I thought about it and I was like, let's not give the opponent information, but like, we're playing Gravekeeper's Assailant and they saw that. So very likely that they already think that we have Necro Valley in our deck. Yeah, Scapegoat's fine. Opponent does have Monster Gate, yep. Strike Ninja. I guess we'll let them show us more cards if they want to, but I'm probably going to concede just to hide the information of King Tiger here. Yeah, opponent's not showing us a whole lot of monsters, really. So I don't think we want the Royal Tribute still. I think we're just going to run it back. Maybe... I don't know. Okay. Ooh. Alright, love this hand. So let's throw off the Graceful here. We can get rid of one Dust Shoot, I think, and... probably the Tomato, honestly. I don't think we really need that. Necro Valley, set Spy, and set the boys. Pass the turn. And then we can dust shoot our opponent, see what's going on. Gives us great value for this judgment. Unfortunately, we have to send back the Jinzo. But I think, let's see. Yeah, upstart's fine. Do we just judgment the reasoning? Okay. That's perfectly fine. I'm gonna judgment the reasoning. This is very aggressive. But it's fine. Like, we're at the point where we're just like, let's just kill the opponent. Yep. Flip spy. You take 500. 600 actually. And are we going to get another spear soldier? I think that's fine, right? We could get assailant, but well, let's just get the other spear soldier. Yep, and that's likely the scapegoat. Oh, duo? Okay, well, we've won this game. Yeah, get rid of defusion and snatch steal. Yep, so that is scapegoat face down. So we can just summon out the spear soldier. No reason to turn the spy into attack, I don't think. Attack with a spear soldier. Yep. You're still gonna take 2,000, opponent. This has piercing. Alright, I get to keep the 3 goats. This is great. My opponent can't interact with the graveyard at all. And I have 2 spear soldiers that are at 2,000 facing down 3 goat tokens. Awesome. What a rip that duo was. Now we can move the spy to attack, so we can clean up all these tokens. We're going to deal 4,000 damage to our opponent here. Yep, clean all that up. We'll set the mirror force past the turn. Good luck, opponent. All right, cool. We got there. So, able to run a 2-1 with Gravekeepers. Pretty happy about that. Unfortunately, didn't get to see it against Chaos Turbo, but maybe we run this again in the future. Next week, though, I think we're going to have quite a spicy one, so stay tuned for that. This was Meme Deck Monday. Hope you all enjoyed.